Hey YouTube, Stunfisk here with a review of the Pokemon Tomy 4-figure gift packs, Series 1, obviously. Here's a quick example of the packaging for the 4-pack, this one being the Kyurem, Terrakion, Emolga, and Stunfisk pack. You got Series 1 up there to signify this is a Series 1 release, and they are labeled as the Pokemon 4-figure gift pack. So that's what I'm calling them. Obviously by Tomy, you got the artwork here. All the Pokemon in there are visible. And then it shows the 4 packs that are currently available, as well as the Pokedex set that includes the ID tags and everything like that. So, pretty neat and pretty standard, just a really tall version of the basic packaging. So these are a set of 4 figures. Each one includes 1 legendary figure and 3 basic figures. So, the price is about $14.99 at most major retailers. My buddy Jeff found these at a Target in Minnesota when he was on vacation. I have seen them at my Toys R Us that I work at, but my local Target hasn't gotten them in yet, but hopefully pretty soon. So they should be trickling out everywhere across the United States by now. So pretty neat. The thing about these is that, like the Jakks Pacific sets where they had the individual ones and then the 3 packs, they always contain duplicates of each other, but some new ones, some was a new one with an old one, and it was just kind of a mess. I was hoping for these that they would be a 4-pack of all new figures that you could purchase and get 4 new figures. Unfortunately, that's not the case with these. It is, again, a mix of new figures and old figures. In this case, the Kyurem, White Kyurem, and Black Kyurem are the same figures that you can buy individually from the Legendary figure collection. So, the ones that are available for $6.99, you can get all of these individually. The Swords of Justice that are available in these packs are available in the Clip and Carry PokéBall series, which I don't remember the price of off the top of my head. I think $8.99 or somewhere around there. That includes 1 figure and then the Clip and Carry PokéBall. So, those are ways to get these as well. Scraggy is a repeat as a basic figure with Yamask in the basic figure assortment. However, Stunfisk, Emolga, had that backwards, Cryogonal, Axew, Boldore are all new figures that you cannot find anywhere else yet. I'm going to say the yet because I'm sure they'll pop up somewhere and make this completely irrelevant for me to get, but it's what I decided to do. So, yeah, we'll take a quick look at these guys again. Like I said, $14.99 for the set. This is the same Kyurem that we already took a look at in the Legendary assortment, so it's not really anything new. And they do have articulation at the, hips right here, and then the little arms right there. Still pretty cool, and I do wish I had a stand because he just kind of flops, and it's really irritating to me. Emolga is adorable as always. I love Emolga. It's just cute, and I like flying squirrels. I've always kind of liked flying squirrels because they're squirrels that fly. I mean, how cool is that? So pretty neat monster collection Emolga. Very cute. Stunfisk is a freak. I mean, really, it's Stunfisk. Flatfish of Justice. Silent has one, and I'm not sure why. But it's at least accurate. It is pretty flat. It's a little bit, I think, thicker than an actual Stunfisk, but it still represents Stunfisk really well. And as always, these are top-notch in detailing and paint. I love the way that these Monster Collection figures look. And here is Terrakion, which in the Clip and Carry line came with a Dusk Ball, but obviously he doesn't come with his Dusk Ball in this set. Little tiny Terrakion. Like I said before in the basic figure review, the Monster Collection figures do not go for scale. They're all about the same size. They're all roughly 2 inches or so. So you're not going to get scaling with these guys, but you are going to get some really detailed, accurately painted figures for a pretty affordable price. Here's White Kyurem, the leader of the next set. Again, articulation right here and right there. Not in the overdrive state, but still really cool looking. And as always, lots and lots of detail. White Kyurem comes with Cryogonal, which is a really cool release. For the first set, I wasn't expecting such an oddball choice. But I like it. I like Cryogonal's little cryingness. Or bleeding, I guess, because he's a snowflake. I guess he'd bleed blood. or bleed water, not blood. Wow. Anyway, he can be removed from this little stage here, so if you just want Cryogonal just laying there, then you can do that. But he does have the little stage, so that's kind of cool. You just kind of plop his face in there. He does hold pretty well. If you push him in there, it does hold pretty well. If you flick pretty hard, you might be able to knock it off. But it holds surprisingly well for not actually having like a pin in socket or anything like that. So that's pretty neat. Here's Axew. Looks exactly how you'd imagine. There's a little tiny Axew. Yeah, the monster collection figures are all small and always have this copyright information on them, so it kind of ruins it a little bit there. But usually they're in places that are fairly well hidden. So if you just put it flat out on a shelf, then you'll be okay. Axew has tendencies of falling over, mostly because of its big head. But you can pretty much get it to stand okay. And if you're having problems, you can always just lean it backwards. And he stands perfectly fine. Not if you hit him. If you actually hit him, then he'll fall over. Here is Virizion Horizon. Not Verizon, that's a cable company. Or phone company. Virizion, I don't remember how it was pronounced exactly, but it was one of those. And really elegant. I like the design of this one in particular. So very nice as well. And like I said, the scaling is obviously very, very off. But that's what you get with the Monster Collection figures. And I do really like that. Copyright information is split on to the head and both sides of the body. So you're pretty much forced into a straight looking position in order to hide all the copyright information. The next set is Black Kyurem's set. Again, articulation there. And always lots and lots of detail. We took a closer look at this back in the Legendary Figures set. So very cool. Boldore. We got Boldore here being all Boldore and stuff. No movement at all. He can't fold up or anything like that, but he is done very well. All the paint is fairly accurate. All of the little design cracks are there as well, so you're pretty much good to go with this guy. I really do like the way that he turned out. Scraggy is a repeat, so not much time spent on him. Just something that we've seen already. I'm really glad they did do an extra Scraggy, though, because now I can have a Scraggy that's completely independent of my collection and can go in my card box and go with me to tournaments and stuff. So that's kind of neat. I love Scraggy. I love him to death. Here's Cobalion, or Cobalion, or however you want to pronounce it. It's up to you. But very cool. This is my favorite of the three, I think, just because it looks the most regal, and I think that's really cool. All the copyright information is there, so you can get a nice side pose going on with him. But very cool. And like I said, the Swords of Justice were available in the Clip and Carry Pokemon line. Like I said, Terrakion had a Dusk Ball, Virizion had a Luxury Ball, and Cobalion had an Ultra Ball. So if you want to get the Clip and Carry Pokeballs, then I do recommend getting them individually. Otherwise, you do get them as part of this set, so it's really up to you on which way you want to pick these guys up. Same with the Legendary guys in the back. If you want to get them individually, go ahead and just know that you're missing out on currently Emolga, Stunfisk, Crygonal, and Axew, and Boldore, because they aren't available anywhere else just yet. As with all the other Pokemon releases, you do get the ID tags. They're a little pack-in gimmick with these. So here is Kyurem, same as the one from the Legendary set. And as before, each ID tag has the name in multiple different languages, the weight in kilograms and pounds, and the height in meters and feet. As well as on the back, the type in multiple different languages, and then that line pattern to take a look at in the Pokedex. So you got Kyurem, Emolga, adorable Emolga, Stunfisk, you little freak. I'm sorry, I'm mean to Stunfisk. He deserves it though. Terrakion, White Kyurem, Cryogonal, Axew. His French name is weird. Really long. And the ones that do evolve show their entire evolution line on there. Virizion, Black Kyurem, Boldore, Scraggy, and Cobalion. So pretty neat as well, and like I said, I don't think I'm picking up the Pokedex, so these actually serve no function to me, but they're fun to collect anyway. So for $14.99, you do get a pretty good deal. You get basically, this would be $6.99 worth of toys. This would be $6.99 worth of toys, so you're already at pretty much $14 right there. And for the extra buck, you get an additional Pokemon that is currently only available in the Clip and Carry line. So if you don't want the Pokeball, then it's pretty much a steal. It's not like a huge deal or anything like that, but you're getting a pretty good, you're getting your money's worth for the price that you're paying for these. Looking forward to seeing what more 4-packs are on the horizon with Series 2. Hopefully some good ones, and hopefully a lot more new Pokemon that aren't repeats of other things available in the line. But the good thing about these is the fact that for the people that don't want to pay for the Pokeball and the Clip and Carry Pokeball line, there's still a way to get the Swords of Justice. If for some reason you don't want to buy them individually, there's a way to get the legendary figures as well. Maybe your store's just not stocking them. I don't really know what's going to go on, but there's multiple ways of getting some of these, and that's a great thing for some people, particularly for kids. This is a great deal for the kids. You spend $15 to get 4 Pokemon. Straight out, flat out, no gimmicks, no hassle or anything like that. It's really quick and easy. But for collectors, it is a little bit of a hassle because you have to sit there and figure out whether you want to get things individually, whether you need to get the 4-packs. And it's just kind of really big hassle for collectors that don't want a bunch of repeats like me. If you're a completely hardcore collector, then I guess you get everything and call it a day. But still really cool, and like I said, a great idea for the kids, just to get a lot more figures in one go. That's a little bit more affordable than getting everything individually. So you can check out ShurikenShinobi.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course, check out Riders, Rangers, and Rambles, the podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one. Bye.